trying to be positive. I'm really trying to be positive about everything. So I will say that on one hand, I'm glad that the Dallas Cowboys players are, I guess, lobbying of saying, hey, vote me in for the Pro Bowl. Vote me in for the Pro Bowl. I need your votes. I want you all to vote. And my thing is, that's cool. I mean, it could be an auto-generated text and Instagram posts and things like that. I think that I really look at the Pro Bowl as a spotlight to showcase or broadcast your skill set. However, the NFL kind of sullied it a little bit by having the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl because a lot of time it get inflated. You get a lot of people that be Pro Bowl alternates. And I would say for D-Laws of the world and Jalen Smiths and somebody else saying, okay, I think it's Dak Prescott. Vote me in, vote me in. That shouldn't be your goal. That should be your goal to get to the Pro Bowl. And I do know that there's remunerations that's attached to the Pro Bowl. I just think that it sends the wrong optics, or it sends the wrong, or creates a weird narrative by the way. That's just how I look at it. Now, we're 6-7. One can say that, hey, you still mathematically in the playoff hunt. Let's just focus on that. And these players are talking about things that they're trying to do on their off time. Talking about vote for me, which is cool. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, is that we need to just pump the brakes a little bit on being so negative. We do. But in actuality, we do have a right to be upset. We have a right to be mad about it. And I come from the old school way of thinking. Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. That's just how I look at it. So that everybody can participate. And then so that there won't be all of those alternates, you say. But the NFL have made a sham out of it. So I'm not going to get super upset at it. It's just that I don't like the optics of it. Not saying that these guys shouldn't do these things, but I just don't like the optics. Let me know how you feel about that. On other news, Sean Lee, he's been battling through injuries. Pectoral muscle pretty much damaged, and something dealing with his quad or ham or something like that is bad. His leg is bad, and he have not been practicing all week, but they're saying that he's going to be ready for this weekend. I'm going to tell you guys, the Rams like to do a lot of shifts, a lot of motion. They do these lot of cuts with their routes, and then on top of that, Todd Gurley, regardless of how you look at him, he is a dynamic runner. So regardless of how we look at it, Sean Lee is going to have his hands full. And Amari Cooper, he got to face Jalen Ramsey. And a lot of people was looking at it like laughing, Jalen Ramsey, he went to the Rams. He's not that much of a difference maker. People fail to realize it takes time sometimes for defensive backs to pick up the system and understand what the philosophy is. And that's just the reality of it. Wade Phillips' defense is nasty. It's a crafty defense, a wise veteran type of defense, meaning when I say veteran, meaning that this guy been a defensive coordinator for a long time and probably one of the best coordinators in the NFL. And if you think that they're going to have some like lackluster defensive showcasing, the only person that I can say, looking back at the game from last year, that can maybe have a chance to showcase everything will be Michael Gallup. But then I go back and I think to myself and I say, last year when Michael Gallup was getting hot towards the latter part of those games, when we played against the LA Rams or what have you, or that game, they didn't have Jason Witten out there. And this is not me shooting or shade or throwing salt at Jason Witten, but he's a progress stopper, meaning that now the defense coverage can be a whole lot different. They can say, we'll give you the middle of the field. We're going to roll the safety on Amari Cooper's side and still have the guy underneath. So those are the issues that we are facing, or those are the issues that we are up against. Taylor Rapp, he plays so close to the LOS, meaning that he's going to be that extra defender against Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to be pointing out, okay, with the linebacker matched up beside him, he's going to be the guy that's going to be the enforcer. And on top of that, well, he's going to play the force side. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So they're going to stop the run possibilities of Dak Prescott just by playing that style. So we got our hands full this weekend. I don't know if Amari Cooper is going to be 100%. He's been battling. He's been nimble all year. So we'll hope. All we got is hope, and we'll see what we can find. And one other point that I want to say is I know it's been a hell of a year. A hell of a year. It's about a lot of ups and downs and more downs than ups right now. I want you all to help me out. Find me 5 good things about this team. 5 good things. And I'm going to try to take a real good look at them. I'm not asking for 6 or 7, just 5. And if you can't find me 5, find me just one good thing about this team. We do know that the highlight reels that Jason Garrett showed, all this week and previous highlights of what we did last year. All we can do is sit back and say, okay, maybe this will work. Maybe this can show us something. We will see what this team is made up of. We will see what this team is all about. Oh, I know what I would want to tell you all. There's a little noise about should they get rid of divisions. And I think one coach, is from the Denver Broncos or somebody in the Denver Broncos organization, said they should remove divisional play and have all of the teams that play each other only in their conference and have only one non-conference game. And that'll be the neutralizer. Let me go ahead and dismiss that notion that you can do that. These owners are greedy. And one thing that the owners want to hang their hat on are if they can win their division, they get one home playoff game. That one home playoff game is probably more money than what we make collectively that's going to watch this video. That one home playoff game. Now, if you're a multi-millionaire making all that money, you can go ahead and help Law Nation out. There's a Cash App link somewhere around in my description box. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. These owners love money. So if they can look at it and say, okay, I'm in a piss poor division, and if all I got to do is win my division, they give me I guess a division bonus, and then on top of that, they give me money to have a playoff game. All that remuneration, all of that revenue goes back to me and my stadium and my, yacht purchasing or helicopter buying, purchasing power, whatever, or new facility purchasing power. Then heck, I would do it. Win or lose, I get that home playoff game. That's a lot of money. All right, Cowboy Nation, I done stole enough of your time. I really appreciate you all. They says, let me give you guys this one quote. When the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. So always try to figure out new ways to learn new things, right? Or old things if you've been around the block for a minute. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's go.